Hi guys, it's Julian with LSAT Explainer. Today I'm looking at question 16 from section 2 of test 115. This one is also looking pretty wordy, so bear with me. Biologists agree that human beings evolved from fish, but they disagree about which species of fish. Since biologists agree that frogs are definitely related to the species of fish from which human beings evolved on the basis of a close match between the mitochondrial DNA of lungfish and that of frogs, Dr. Stevens-Hoyt claims that the ancestors must be lungfish. Dr. Grover, on the other hand, contends that mitochondrial DNA evolves too rapidly to be a reliable indicator of relationships between species over long periods of time, and citing the close chemical match between the hemoglobin of coelacanths, a saltwater fish, and that of tadpoles, claims that human beings must be descended from coelacanths. Which of the following most accurately describes the role played in the dispute above by the proposition that frogs are definitely related to the species of fish from which human beings evolved? All right, this is another common LSAT trick. Sometimes I like to stay away from these, question difficulty matches question number little games, but to be honest, this is something I have certainly noticed a pattern in. It's a super wordy question in the middle of the section, so it's probably not going to be a 4 or a 5 difficulty. Rather, it's trying to psych you out with all these words. I actually think this is pretty straightforward. Sometimes these what role does this, set of words play in the argument things can be really tricky. This one's not. This guy says that they must be related to this fish because we know that we're somehow related to frogs. Definitely related to the species of fish from which humans evolved. Sorry. This fish is related to this frog. This fish is related to tadpoles. So really, I think it's just the common agreement piece. I said that stupidly, but you guys know what I'm saying. It's the thing that they kind of, it's almost like the thing they're holding constant. It's the thing they agree on. I predict that despite this huge block of text, complicated question, long answer choices, I think it's going to be really simple. The answer will be, it's basically the thing they both agree on. So let's take a look. It says, A says, since it implies that human beings are not descended from lungfish, it is cited as evidence against the claim that humans are descended from lungfish. It's not evidence against that claim because the guy who's talking about coelacanths relates them to tadpoles, so that's not it. B says, since it implies that human beings are not descended from coelacanths, is offered as evidence against that claim from human beings that human beings are descended from coelacanths. That's the opposite. This guy, who's talking about the lungfish, he bases close to match lungfish and frogs. So that's not it. It is offered as evidence for the contention that human beings must be descended from either lungfish or coelacanths. Okay, well, this one isn't terrible, but yes, it is. Wait a minute. They're not talking about that they must be from lungfish or coelacanths. It's that they probably have human beings probably have a ancestor that is a fish. These are just two possible options. That's wrong too. D. It is an assumption that both parties to the dispute use as a starting point for their argument about human evolution. That almost exactly matches our prediction. I bet it's going to be D, but let's read E. It implies that either a match of mitochondrial DNA or a match of hemoglobin between lungfish and coelacanths would show that human beings are evolved from one of these two species. No, that's first of all, I don't think that is what that would apply, but that's also not it at all. I think the answer is D. We were right on the money, guys. Yeah, so they are going to try and use convoluted wording to trick you. They're going to try and use just, ways to spook you out of the right answer. There's very few questions on the test that are really actually hard to understand when you've had a ton of practice. So don't get spooked by this. Don't rush, but don't let it scare you. This is the sort of stuff that can be really easily mastered. I really hope you guys found this video helpful. Great lesson to be learned about the LSAT in this video. So yeah, like I said, I'll be uploading all week. Stay tuned and please like and subscribe.